and information mobility in particular. We talk about mobility enabling the users of our applications to be able to access information, relevant information, whether they're in the office, the job site or the field. So having access to the right data on construction sites, for example, might be a really good example. You want to make sure you're providing the field engineer with exactly the right data at the right time to make that decision. Otherwise you're jeopardizing the performance, the safety and ultimately the cost within that. So ensuring that you can deliver these workflows, these streamlined workflows for data management. With our partnership with TopComm this year, as we talk about constructioneering, that's essentially taking what we have as Bentley's ProjectWise environment with their Magnet 4.0 so that their devices can take in engineering data from our connected data environment to ensure that their field operations have exactly the mobility of information that they require. So that's really important for our users, it's very important for us, and it's very important for our partners to make sure mobility of information is key to the success of a project. Machine learning or artificial intelligence has a sort of futures aspect to it, because a lot of technology we don't actually know what the future holds with it. It's certainly part of what we would call our cloud environment is enabling an artificial intelligence because of the scalability and the breadth of storage capacity that we have in a Microsoft Azure environment, for example. So whereas things used to be on-premise, we're now enabling this through a sort of cloud provisioned environment in which machines can talk to machines. When we talk about going digital, what we're essentially saying is information that was locked in applications before, or drawings, for example, or paper-based things, have the ability to talk to other machines to make intelligent decisions. And this could be for asset owner-operators who want to make predictive decisions to improve the performance of their assets, for example. And that's what we mean when we talk about machine learning. Machine learning essentially is the opportunity to predict and prescribe better outcomes, because what that means is that they're learning from patterns of historical information. So a machine will understand when their failure mode might happen within a certain facility, and it can predict that that is likely to happen again within the facility. So it's certainly part of today's reality for infrastructure, but for the future I think the possibility is really untapped at the moment, and we're certainly enabling that through our cloud platform. So augmented reality and virtual reality is also a reality today for lots of firms as they look to further understand the digital twin that there might be within an infrastructure environment. And a digital twin would be the as designed versus the as built versus the as is. And seeing that in an augmented perspective within a construction site, for example, might provide you the real opportunity to understand the issues or the challenges or the conflicts or the difficulties that you'll have on site without actually going on site and jeopardizing safety and things like that. So the ability to take headsets into a virtual environment to solve challenges, to see clashes, to understand temperature gauges, and within dangerous nuclear environments might even be the example that we could use here. So the actual ability to do that is now here and available. Bentley integrates a lot of its reality modeling software with this to create reality meshes, so you can understand the existing site conditions in a reality context. Adding the virtual reality component to that is a reality today. What we are seeing within the construction industry, for example, is a sort of hesitancy to take up on that technology. And the McKinsey report in 2016 that talks about imagining a digital future essentially says that those are one of the lagging points for construction firms that aren't actually sort of adopting these technologies. But we encourage them to do so, and we encourage them to partake, because I think the potential is huge to understand that digital environment. One of those in particular is our reality modeling applications that enable continuous surveying on construction sites. So the ability to survey a construction site, to understand the monitoring progress of that continuously in a reality mesh, in a reality context, is enabling that digital workflow. So that's just one solution that we're providing. Another is on BIM data and governance, so ensuring that the data is high fidelity, is valuable, and is enabled through this connected data environment, so that the asset owners, once the project is handed over to them, has all the right attributes and information. So it's a huge topic as to why they're not adopting those things, but we're providing them with the right tools in order to do that.